basement, me, my pen and my pad. Started thinking about things I never had. Was broke as a joke, ain't never laughed.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Philly Talk with PA. Always keep it a stack, always keep it a buck. New. Not really new. I mean, it's kind of the same. A little new room action. If you all know, you know. Let's get. So, I want to talk about two guys today. I want to talk about. It's kind of three guys. I want to talk about Jared Mccain. I want to talk about Jalen Hurts. I want to talk about Daryl Morey and Josh Harris tandem. And let's start with Jared McCain. So yesterday, Jared McCain had 21 points, 4 rebounds, steal, shooting over 50% from the field, and true shooting percentage of 76%. It should have been me, Jared. It should have been me. Shout out Daryl Morey for once again letting AI not only influence his decision, which a lot of people do, but letting AI straight make dumb decisions for him. Because there's no way James Harden was right. When it comes to Daryl Morey, there is no way this dude can be serious. Jared McCain is a really good player. Believe it or not, Sixers fans who didn't believe in this dude, who gave up on him after half a season. Believe it or not, Jared McCain is really good at basketball. And to see him doing this on OKC, and meanwhile, the Philadelphia 76ers are 6th in the Eastern Conference. And y'all thought you could just let this dude go, but keep other guys like Paul George. And we're gonna get into Paul George really quickly. But Jared McCain, this feels like Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris over me 2.0 situation that's going to be happening. I think, March 23rd, that Thunder come to Philly. This is going to be a very ugly game. Jared McCain, once again, had a great night against the Brooklyn Nets. Sixers could really use a guy like that off the bench, but who knew? We can rely on Paul George. We can rely on Embiid playing every other game. Once again, sitting at 6th in the Eastern Conference. A conference that outside of Detroit looks very winnable if you just play a decent brand of basketball. But for, of course, the 76ers, that is something that is very hard to come by consistently. Real quick on Tyrese Maxey, because I know he's obviously reasonably frustrated. Tyrese Maxey said, I'm having a successful year, but I feel I'm playing 3 different roles right now. Because, of course, dumb of the day, Paul George is out. Embiid, unfortunately, injury, he's never going to be the same again. So, silent for a 4th straight game. Maxey's been averaging 28 points since right before and right after the All-Star break. But, of course, that's not enough because other guys are not, stepping up enough. We can't. I know, fans have to stop acting like rookies are going to come in and immediately lift the team to stardom. Cooper Flag is playing great. Dallas is 20 wins. Concanipple is playing great. Charlotte is still under 500 in the Eastern Conference. You gotta wait. Gotta let it develop, take time. And, Nick Nurse forgetting that Andre Drummond is on his bench at times. I think he's been playing, Aiden Bona a bit, too much in moments where Andre Drummond can clearly come in and be a better contributor. especially in a season where his shooting percentage, he's having career high shooting splits across the board. I just feel like Andre Drummond should be getting more PT. And then once again, you gave away Jared McCain for essentially nothing, and then your big time move that day was signing Patrick Baldwin. Patrick Baldwin. Patrick Baldwin. Daryl Morey. James, all I gotta say is James Harden was right. Um, James Harden was right about one thing. Daryl Morey just I don't know, man. I'm just so disgusted with this team sometimes. But you have the potential to be, bro. Cleveland is not doing anything in the postseason. We already know this. The pairing of Donovan Mitchell and James Harden in the postseason screams first round exit. That's what it is screaming right now. Toronto, do we really think Toronto's going to be making moves in the playoffs? No, we don't. The Knicks, one game they look really good, and the next three, they look like they forget how to play basketball. Boston, shout out JB, because JB has actually been crazy. I think he's been averaging like 29 this season. Boston actually playing really well. Obviously, you just got Vucevic. So Boston, and obviously you still got Missoula. So I think Boston is a very formidable opponent in the playoffs. They're not going to go away easy. And obviously there's Detroit. But I still just got two. If the Sixers just play a decent brand of basketball, they could easily be a top 3 team in the East. Easily. But that's very hard when you have Nick Nurse and you got other guys, just being unserious. And I'll just say this real quick. I'm still waiting for Josh Harris to sell the team. Y'all know what he did. Y'all can look him up. Y'all know what the file listing Josh Harris is in, but I didn't even say anything. I don't even know. I didn't even know that. But Josh Harris, please sell the team. Daryl Morey, get out of my franchise. You're ruining it for all of us. Once again, sorry, Jared McCain. It should have been me. And let's talk about now. Let's talk about this. I didn't know when having 33 touchdowns and 6 turnovers was a down year and made you the most hated player over someone like, let's just say, Deshaun Watson, or someone, let's just say, Stephon Diggs. I don't know how, what, or someone that maybe people don't like to go against, so they hate, like J-Ram. I love J-Ram. So I'm not trying to say that. But I really don't get it. I do get it. Obviously people, they hate outside the club. Here in, state of Michigan, there's not been a lot of winning going on. So anytime people get a bit of something, they may have to jump and pounce, do all this. See Pistons fans in the back. But I don't know why when we started doing this, we pick and choose who we want to really like. We pick and choose who we want to hate. And we keep continuing to fail to look at the objective facts, stats in front of our eyes. First off, we already know people like Emmanuel Acho and Chase Daniel. Y'all already know we had our little Emmanuel Acho rant. I'm not even going to give Chase Daniel the time of day. A guy who could never do what Jalen Hurts did. A guy who could never do what Jaden Daniels, Drake May, all these guys did. So I'm not even going to pay attention to this dude. We're going to keep it moving. But I just don't. Maybe I'm missing something. Because I thought, when other guys lose, Josh Allen Oh, but Sean McDermott, the defense failed him. That's why they lost. I'm not saying that's why this season, but in past seasons, that's been a very loud excuse. But when Jalen Hurts has Osama Patullo for the whole season, still puts up 30 plus touchdowns, still gets AJ Devontae 1,000 yards, Goddard career year. No. Jalen Hurts, he's on the offense back. It's him. It's on him. It's on him. It's on him. Really? This is what we're doing? So you have those type of people for Jalen Hurts, and then for Josh Allen, you'll have guys like Dan Orlovsky watching Josh Allen fumble. Watch the O lineman unable because of the physics of the ball, unable to grab the ball. Blames the O lineman for Josh Allen's fumble. But Josh Allen was the one who fumbled the ball and gave away points. A lot of these scenarios, let Jalen Hurts give up a 27-0 lead in the playoffs. Let Jalen Hurts throw 4 interceptions in a wild card game. Let Jalen Hurts put up 3 points in a wild card game. Yes, I'm talking about Justin Herbert. That is Justin Herbert's playoff career. But y'all wouldn't know that. And don't do the O-line, because Mahomes has had an awful O-line. Went to the Super Bowl. Beat Golden Boy Josh Allen. Beat Lamar. Yeah. He did that. Your guy can't get past, Drake May. We respect to Drake May. So, that's why we love guys like Drake May. That's why we love guys like Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, to a lesser degree, Caleb Williams. Because those guys prove the haters wrong. We're riding with Bryce Young as well, because we know those guys are going to continue to bring it. But, real quick, last we're going to talk about the leadership thing with AJ and Hurts. Now, we all know, I think everybody's seen Jahan Dotson and Ndamukong Suh speaking Jalen Hurts is one of the greatest leaders we've ever had. And, Kelsey, obviously, and Brandon Graham been saying that. But I think people are trying to, obviously continue to sever that connection of Hurts and AJ. Now, I was talking to someone, after, little meeting action. And we were talking about, Jalen Hurts and AJ, and whether AJ is going to be gone to New England, which I continue to tell people this is not going to happen. Howie Rosen, of course, had to reconfirm it because people like Shannon Sharp need the clicks, they need the views. And she was the person I was talking to, she was very surprised. She had no clue that, once again, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, boys since high school. AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown's daughter is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is her godfather. She was shocked because you wouldn't know that, because it goes against Kimberly Martin's agenda. It goes against Chase Daniel, Emmanuel Acho, all these people that are just pushing the narrative. You wouldn't know any of that. But no, the guys who are literal family have to hate each other. Because that can't fit our narrative. That these guys actually it's love at the end of the day. It's just mind boggling, what people will do, to try to break that up. But AJ Brown looks like he is staying at least one more season. Like we said, like we've been saying for months, not really months, but I was saying for weeks. This is AJ Brown, the football god. Bro, if you talk, the ball will find you. And when the ball found him, he wasn't ready. It's unfortunate and stuff, but he's gonna have to learn. They have to look, the off season, look at the tape. uh, get back to it. But John Dotson, if he's gone, no, John Dotson might not even be on the team anymore come March, what is it, 13th or 16th? And he's still saying Jalen Hurts, best leaders he's been around. The best. Ndamukong Suh speaking out. Ndamukong Suh was there for like 7 weeks. Think about that. He was there for like 7 weeks in 2023. And he had that to say about Jalen Hurts. To listen to the players that are actually there, they'll tell you everything you need to know. Shout out Derek Gunn as well. Always real reporting, even if sometimes you don't like to report. Derek Gunn, very extremely credible source. Once again, listen to the players, listen to the reports. They will tell you everything you need to know. But hey, man, it's your boy, Flea Talking PA. Always keep it a stack. Always keep it a buck. I'm out, y'all.